All right, hey everybody. So I'm Welchless from Welchless Thinking, and this is my quick thoughts series, and I'm calling it The Dark. So it's where I say what I gotta say without research that's on my mind right now. Um, and I'm gonna be pretty quick with it. And this is about 616 in LA. Kendrick's song from the battle, the wonderful mother battle of 2024. It's the second song uh, that was not actually fully released on DSPs. It was released on his criminally underrated song, absolutely amazing song. But anywho, one of the things that I keep hearing over and over and over again, uh, and by the way, if you hear a fan, don't worry about that. Sorry, I just have my fan on. But anyway, one of the things that I keep hearing over and over again when it comes to uh, you know, the song itself, not so much the song, but a particular person, Academics, is that Academics has never known or really hung out with Drake. Okay? It's something that is constantly put out there all the time. So many content creators bring this out or says this all the time. Okay? And I'm like, how do people think that? I feel like I'm in this really small minority where I feel it's the opposite. Okay? It's ridiculous that scratch that. Not ridiculous. People are valid in feeling that way because let's face it, Academics looks really ridiculous. Damn near crying, right? For attention. And it looks sad, like, a little pick me. He wants Drake to acknowledge him, or so it seems, right? But here's the thing. Here's what I feel like, and that's my chair. My chair is like really squeaky. So here's the thing, right? Of everything that's happened thus far throughout, all the antics that Drake has done, all his crap, his acting like a rapper, acting like this, that, and the third, all right? Everything that Academics has been doing, he's sitting there, he's Mr. Basically constantly being there for Drake. He's his number one fan, although, years ago he was, one of Kendrick's biggest fans, right? Okay. Something happened there. I don't know what happened, but something happened where something shifted. And listen, I didn't listen to Drake. You can quiz me back then, ever, up until this battle. You couldn't quiz me on a song that man dropped. I would have failed miserably because I didn't listen to Drake. I am one of the rarest fucking people on the planet that listen to a Drake. Okay? Seriously, it straight up. Like, even naming a song, I would have failed miserably. Like, people would think I was living under a friggin' rock. Because I'm a person that listens to all kinds of music. I don't stay in a bubble. So You know, that's just me, but I digress. But here's the thing. Something happened where Akademics switched up. He ended up, for some reason, oh, I'm now this very, 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 very big Drake fan. Okay. Now, fast forward to now, we have Adinross, we have all these people, you know, coming out of the woodwork. We have, who's that, Mall? Okay, fine, whatever. They're not really important to this whole plot, this whole thing I'm talking about. But here's the thing. As I said, many people are like, nah. He's never met this man. Academics never met Drake. You know, he's never done this for you. Da da da. Hell, he's had his own friends who went on a stream who said he's never did X, Y, and Z. Blah 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 blah. But there's several things. I'll get back to 616 in LA in a second, because it all goes back to that. One, the friends on that stream, all of that. What was that about? Because I kept, you know, shout out to Charles Brown. You know, he played that snippet just recently in one of his videos, and I was like, why does that come off so performative for me? Why did he need to put that out there? Why would an Academics need to be on a live where his friends called in to say all of this to him on a live? Homeboy don't do shit for you, bro. Basically, homeboy don't look out for you, bro. Now, I'm not saying this may not be true. I'm not saying that none of this is true. It could well be true. My issue is, why would he feel the need to put that out there? Had he not met the man before? So it brings me back to 616 in LA. Kendrick said, yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on Ak. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. That can mean many things, right? Many things. But the mention of Ak period was just like, what? No. He could have meant somebody else. But here was the one thing that really, really, really cinched it for me. That he has some sort of relationship. There's two things that cinched it for me, personally. That cinched it for me. Oh, actually three things. One, on his live, his reaction to KTW. I feel like since then he has tried to school his reactions a lot more with anything that's happened, or anything, or not happened, but anything that's mentioned, that Kendrick has mentioned in his songs. But that KTW was a big one. It was almost like, how the fuck did that man know that? So I think there are certain things going on. I think there's something to that. That's one. The other thing for me was the just recent, where it came off as if Akademics was kind of moving away from Drake. He didn't want to mess with him anymore. He was kind of like getting really tired of him. And all of a sudden, Drake's sending him a message now. Drake all of a sudden needs to check the temperature. And what does Akademics do? Now Akademics is on a full ride of Kendrick slander. Back on the rails. So there's something going on. There's something there that tells me that they can't be seen in public. There's a reason for it. And we don't know what it is still. I feel like it's probably the biggest thing that we have not, it's like it's right in our face, but we haven't begun to even touch on it. Allegedly. All alleged. Okay? But I feel like there's something more to that, to this whole thing. The other thing, and I'm hoping it's not escaping me because I think it did. Because I have really bad short-term memory. Excuse me. The whole thing with top 5. If you don't ride with a guy that much, why is this top shooter guy hanging around Act? If that's your man's, if that's Drake's man's, quote unquote, why is he hanging around this guy? Why is he hanging around Act? There's so many things that don't make sense. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. And there's a lot of things that I feel people need to really start questioning now and stop believing like, oh, they never met each other. Oh, they never talked to each other, in a sense where they weren't face to face. They were face to face. I absolutely believe that. And I absolutely believe they meet up with each other a great deal. We just don't see it. We just don't see it. But why is that? Are they both feds? Some very amazing, many amazing rap artists have said one of them is. So, alleged, but we gotta wonder. Something's up, and we gotta really start thinking, really thinking, is all of this a big elaborate BS scheme to make everyone think that Ack is just some pathetic loser dude that just, I just want to be in the club? Because I think that's exactly what it is. I think all that's going on, the whole Adinross, I'm picking Adinross over you, I'm going on his streams over you kind of deal, I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all designed to make it look like he won't mess with him, with Ack. But there's a reason for it. It's just why. I do think, allegedly, it's alleged, but I do feel like there's I do think that there's some business going on. What it is the question. Something don't seem right. So that's just my quick thoughts, you know, on the dark. Just, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is really bizarre. Like, why would act like that? Gotta look at 616 in LA. Kendrick said somebody's lying. And we gotta really wonder what's with all the performative crap going on. And I personally don't believe any of it. And I feel like it's one big show going on right in front of us, and everybody's missing it. I'm just not one of them.